too bright out for this. I've recently come to learn that social media has dangerously impacted all of our lives. How has it done this? Because it gave inspiration to this director to make a horror film surrounding it. Tara Subkoff is an actress who's been in a few different movies and TV shows over the years, but in 2015 she decided to branch out and give directing a try. This idea sprouted when she asked a friend's daughter what her idea of horror was. The young child answered with cyberbullying, which proved to Tara that this film, #horror, was absolutely necessary to make. So after 18 days of principal photography and 7 months of editing, the film was completed and ready for viewing. Or we at least thought it was ready for viewing. Not too many people really cared for this film, including the several critics that criticized it for its stereotypes, editing, and style over substance type direction that seem more focused on the social commentary rather than the film as a whole. But surely, #horror can't be any more disastrous than what is my least favorite film of all time, The Greasy Strangler, which is so bad that I'd have to make a separate video just tearing it apart. So, since it's October, and I'm willing to watch anything that's spooky, let's give #horror a try. Okay, they're opening up with some nice visuals, and they're setting up some story here with this dude and Chloe Sevigny. Not a bad way to start your film. And you blew it! Jesus Christ! I know your movie's about social media, but you don't need to have the editing try to reflect that also. It just feels like you're trying to give me a seizure. Oh! Fuck! God! Shit! God, it's killing me! I've decided for the rest of this review I'm just gonna have this trash can with me in case of any other seizure-related incidents, so let's carry on. Hold on, before we go any further, if we can just go back a bit. There! The true villain of the movie is right there in the credits! It turns out that the scariest thing about this film isn't some killer killing girls at a sleepover, no. The scariest thing about this film is that the editor wanted to kill the movie while also killing the audience at the same time. Speaking of the girls, this one here named Sam is about to go to a party thrown by some rich girl named Sophia.
You're embarrassed of me, aren't you?
Mom, these girls would die if they saw me in this car.
Oh, come on now. Look, I know that anxiety can cause you to have some irrational thoughts here and there, but I'm sure these girls are nothing but nice, happy, lovely, non-judgmental people that in no way, shape, or form will look down on you for being poor and unpopular.
Why did you invite her? We don't even know her.
And we don't even like her.
Yeah, and she smells weird.
It's just her breath.
Why did you invite that new weird girl to our party?
I didn't. Kat did.
Oh, Kat. What an angel. Her heart is so pure.
Or those fears are justified. Sorry, I even tried to defend them. I clearly just didn't understand the situation yet. My bad. As it turns out, Chloe Sevigny is rich or something. They never really make it clear what her job is, though. Like, she just kind of collects art throughout the film. Nonetheless, her rich lifestyle has enabled her daughter to act in a way that makes any audience member want to grab some rope, head up into their attic, and listen to the Rusty Cage new song.
Your house is so cool.
Aw, that's so nice. I hate it here. My old house was so much better.
Let's learn how to tie a noose. It's easy if you're not obtuse.
If you hated these girls already, well, I got some good news for you. It's revealed that Chloe Sevigny has to go to an AA meeting, which means the girls are all alone in the house, completely unsupervised, allowing them to do whatever they want.
With that outfit.
She's just jealous.
No, please, God, please stop talking. You guys are so annoying. I want to kill myself. Please stop this.
It's all yours. You're free to go barf now.
Shut up. Just shut up, please. Shut up.
Maybe you should quit gymnastics before you start to look like a tranny.
I haven't been doing gymnastics for like a year.
That's obvious.
I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna do it this time. Please stop it.
Ava, you're such a tard. At this point, you're just like
Oh yeah, I haven't told you about this complex character yet. Kat is first seen talking to her father, played by Timothy Hutton, who is also a doctor. It's revealed through their dialogue that Kat is suffering a lot of psychological problems.
All this other thing that you do with your friends, picking on each other, bullying each other, whatever it is, I want you to stop doing that. That's gonna stop. You're not gonna remember any of these people later in life, all right? No one's gonna remember who bullied who.
Hey, her dad's actually got a point. That's some good parenting. Surely Kat will take this advice to heart as the film goes on. Wait, what's her next scene again?
Seriously, maybe it's a time to start investigating lipo? My dad could give you a good deal. Your butt looks huge.
Stop.
That is the first place you should lipo.
Yeah, never mind, she's just a bitch. In fact, she's such a bitch that the other bitches at this party kick her out.
Georgie, you should just kill
You
yourself.
stop bullying Georgie! You're being horrible! Are you kidding me? You were just bullying her and telling her she had to go to Soul Cycle. Cat, enough! Get out!
What are you talking about?
That's it! I had it! You have to go!
Yeah, kick her out for going too far with the fat jokes. Fat jokes that we were also already making.
Maybe you should try power Pilates for core fusion.
At this point, Georgie's way past Pilates.
I walk to school every day and I walk home.
Whoa, you don't want to strain yourself.
Yeah, seriously, Georgie, you might pull a muscle or even twist an ankle.
I think it's really positive that you're going to start dancing again. What about also including Soul Cycle?
Why are they kicking Kat out again? It would make more sense if Kat was the only one acting like an asshole, but the problem with this movie is that every girl at this party is so despicable that when Chloe Sevigny's daughter finally decides to kick Kat out, it makes no sense, because they're all acting the same exact bitchy way that Kat is. In fact, according to this movie, Kat is the only one who we should actually have sympathy for.
You were all so mean to me when my mom died.
You really need to get over that.
Really? Get over it? I'd like to see you get over something like that.
So bullying someone when their mom dies isn't going too far, but Kat's fat jokes that are only slightly more extreme than their own jokes is? Boy, I sure do love hypocrisy. Either way, the script told the girls to kick Kat out, so they do. And now Kat is trying to not only get in contact with her father, but also go for that Oscar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh God, please not again! Ow! Oh, this editing physically hurts! Now that we're 40 minutes in, this movie finally decides to try gaining some sympathy for the characters.
I can't stop eating. No matter what I do, I will always be the fat girl. Any boy who likes me is gonna look me up and see this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ugh! I'm going to stitch her mouth shut and cut off her fingers so she can't do this to anyone else.
Man, that sympathy didn't last long, huh?
Okay, I have an idea. I dare us all to lock up our phone in the safe until Sophia's mom gets home.
They're locking their phones up? Huh. Well, that's gotta mean something good, right? I mean, maybe Tara Subkoff's about to make a point about how once cell phones are gone, kids start to become better versions of themselves. I mean, the whole satire of the film is technology corrupting our minds, so maybe that is the main point Tara's trying to go for.
Okay, guys.
Party time.
Calm yourself, Georgie.
Guys, I speak Brit.
Or maybe the point of the movie is all kids are assholes. That's also possible.
We were in the courts, and suddenly there was all of this blood in my white skirt, and the girls called me Bloody Mary.
My parents are fighting, like, all the time. I was going to run away.
Ah, nope, stop it right there. If you wanted me to care about these characters, you probably would have done so much sooner. However, Sam, the less annoying one from before, is revealed to have been a cutter because her friends at her old school turned on her. But it's clear that talking about this makes her uncomfortable, so she decides to do something to distract from the conversation. think I got something to say for that? Nah, that just kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? But while they dance, they get a surprise visit from Kat's dad, who is very understandably pissed. Now, before I show you Timothy Hutton, I just wanted to make it very clear that the next 3 minutes of this film is quite easily the best part about it. Okay, now let's have a look.
Where's Kat? Where? Kat! Where is she? Why is my daughter crying? She's hysterical. Did she leave with Bennett? I know she's here. Kat! Kat! Huh? Are you been drinking? Huh? Yes, you have been drinking. You've been drinking, haven't you? You've been drinking, haven't you? Are you been drinking? You're 12!
God damn it, Hutton. Just when I wanted to hate this film, here you come to entertain me. There's just something so satisfying about seeing this unhinged father just lose his shit on these stuck-up bitches, especially when he roasts the fat one in the most epic way possible.
She made me cry. She told me to kill myself.
It's good advice.
I'm sorry, but that's funny.
I mean, something could have happened to her. Why would you let her leave? Why didn't anyone call me? I could have come and picked her up. All you care about is yourselves, right? It's easier that way, right? It's fucking easier that way. Do you give a shit about anyone? Do you? Do you care about anyone?
Really squish you went home.
Are you an idiot? She didn't go home, I was just there. What part of that do you not understand? My daughter doesn't call me any hour, I'm going to call the police. Do you understand? Do you? Do you understand?
Unfortunately, he can't stick around forever, as much as I would have liked that, but surely his outburst has left a lasting impression on these twats.
God, how creepy is Whitey? I can't believe your mom really hit that shit.
What kind of father follows their own daughter online?
One that rapes her.
I think the biggest takeaway from this film is that I need to stop assuming things are gonna go my way. Of course, my way being the smart way. Also, I'd like to point out that the fat girl who was getting so hurt by bullying earlier is now slowly becoming an even bigger bully than all of them.
He looks like Hitler.
Your mom slept with Hitler.
Jesus fucking Christ, Alex. Jesus Christ.
Oh, thank God, it's another Timothy Hutton scene where he loses his mind. This time with Chloe Sevigny.
When it's over, I will go home and I will try my best to help you find your fucked up daughter. Did you ever stop to think that maybe she's...
If you ever fucking try again, I'll fucking kill you.
It's like I'm slowly dying, right? But then Timothy Hutton comes along and he gives me that jolt that I need.
Kat, honey, over here! Yeah, get it. Hey, you little fucking things on
I don't really feel like I have to go find a freak.
Oh no, not her again! Please, just show Timothy Hutton. Can we all just go back to that, please?
All you care about is eating cake.
Why don't you eat once in a while and stop worrying about what I do?
And what is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Cupcake. So why did you lie, Sam?
About what?
About having sex.
Why would I lie about something like that?
Because you're just doing it to get attention.
You know what? I don't feel bad about her getting bullied earlier. No. In fact, I think she should get bullied every single day for the rest of her life if it prevents her from acting this way ever again. But now, night has fallen, and all the characters are separated from each other, which means there's gonna be some murder soon, right? Yes! Finally! One down, folks! One down! First of all, yes, cheering for murder is wrong, but goddammit, these girls are so insufferable that I just can't help it. Literally everyone who watches this will cheer along for their deaths. And second of all, Why did it take them over an hour to get to the murders? Because of how unlikable and despicable they are, you're wanting to see their deaths happen much sooner. I guess Tara didn't realize that no one wants to watch insufferable people for over an hour. That really feels more like 3. Alright, another wait, hold on. Wait, I can't see it. Wait, what's going, wait, what? That's gotta be the most inept editing I've ever seen. And that's saying a lot considering the rest of this film. Jesus Christ, this really does support my theory from before that the editor is the true villain of the film. But at least it's finally time to say goodbye to the fat one. It's the little things that keep you going. Now that Sam and Sophia are the only 2 left, Timothy Hutton arrives to jump scare Sophia. But after that moment of comedy, he shows back up at the house, just in time to see the killer unmask themselves.
I'm scared.
Whoa! So you're telling me that the person who is absent the most throughout the entire film and who has the most motivation to kill these girls is the killer? I totally couldn't predict that!
She's very, very sick. I didn't think she hurt anyone.
Timothy, no! No, Timothy! No! Why, Sophia? Why? It was the most entertaining part of the movie! I mean, sure, he did jump scare you earlier, but you can't take that so seriously! God! Timothy, why? Well, now that the best part of the movie is dead, I guess it's time for our final showdown between Sam and Kat. Wait a second. Sam and Kat? Did Tara Subkoff get inspiration from the Sam and Kat show? If so, that's terrible timing because I was just beginning to forget about Dan Schneider.
I want it to be over. No!
So yeah, technology is evil. Social media will make any 12-year-old become a murderer. Keep it away from them at all costs.
And I'll have the best avatar with the most likes. And I'll have the top score. And I'll be the top player. And I'll be remembered forever.
I'm not saying that technology can't corrupt someone's mind, because it totally can. But how Tara Subkoff tried to represent it here is so horrible that it doesn't reach compelling. It's just an annoying experience overall, and it only makes it worse when you find out that the main point of the film is just to preach to you something that you already know. I can see potential in a project like this, but it didn't have the right director, it didn't have the right writer, and it especially didn't have the right editor. Also, throughout the course of the film, we see weird, ghost-like imagery on the art, and as an audience member, you're left wondering why. But the movie is so focused on its soapbox message that they just forgot to give an answer for it. They mentioned earlier in the film that Sam has these hallucinations, but this imagery happens even when Sam isn't around, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Overall, Tara Subkoff had good intentions, but goddamn was the execution just terrible. And before we end this review, I wanted to show you something quite odd. The special thanks portion of the end credits has listed Timothy Hutton and his house, so that must have meant they were filming there the whole time, MILLA Jovovich, Darren Aronofsky, Jason Blum, and the strangest of all, Wes Anderson. So thanks, you guys. I guess you were part of the inspiration for this movie, or you in some way helped it get made. What a great film to be associated with. Well, perhaps it's time for me to just walk back outside. Life's too good to be stuck inside watching something on a screen. Oh. Hold on. What's this? On second thought, something else has my attention now.